Hey, what's up, visionaries? Back here with another video, and today we're doing a different type of show. Got a good friend of mine, Bullish Jeff, on here, and we're going to cover some news and some charts, and you guys can come up with your own conclusions. And yeah, let's get right into it. We're going to start off with some news. Going to hand it off to Jeff. He's going to go ahead and share his screen, and also have a gem that we're going to release today that I talked about. We're going to start releasing one potentially every week. And I think it's time. So we're going to release one today, and you guys can do what you want. But let's get straight into the news. There you go, Jeff.
All right, good evening, guys. My name is Bullish Jeff, bringing you some news. I'm going to start off with the Polygon news here. They were accepted into the Disney Accelerator program, and it says here, today the Walt Disney Company has announced that 6 companies will be joining the 2022 Disney Accelerator, a business development program designed to accelerate the growth and innovate companies from around the world. This year's Disney Accelerator program class is focused on building the future of immersive experiences and specializes in technologies such as augmented reality, AR, non-fungible tokens, and artificial intelligence. So that's crazy good for the Matic team. They're bringing it together with that. I think I lost a screen, but yeah, I definitely lost the screen, but I pulled up the Disney program. There was only 6 companies involved, and the only blockchain that was there was the Polygon blockchain. They made it in, and it's going to be huge for them. Having Disney behind them to pump money into the program is going to be gigantic. So that was that piece of info. Then we have Terra. A lot of the projects that are on Terra are moving over to the Polygon network. That's crazy. There was a lot going on Polygon, a ton of money tied up into it, and to use the layer 2 solution Polygon offers, that's huge. It's gonna be awesome coming into the next bull run. A lot of a lot of people had a lot of faith in, you know what I mean? There was a ton of good projects got torn down by that.
Yep. So I agree. You know, again, it's going to be a powerhouse running into the next market cycle. So I'm pretty excited to see. But tell you what, let's get into the chart. Let's get into the Polygon chart and really just kind of dive deep into this thing. And that way you guys can kind of see what's going on here. So as you guys can see, right now, we're right above this 50 line here. Tapping this 100-day moving average. If we can break above this 100, well, we could potentially tap this 200, which would be the 786 by the time, you know, potentially got there, right? Again, nothing is promised, but this does look good. I would like to see us get a close here. Maybe check down, touch the 8. The 8 will move up a little bit. So, but yeah, the daily chart's looking really good. Let's take a look at our indicators. Above the 0 line on the histogram for the MACD, above 50 on the RSI. Yeah, this thing's it's looking good, guys. I mean, obviously the buy was definitely right around here, around 47 cents, because it was your reversal point too. And you know, perfect textbook move. Boom, hit the 50 in the 382, came down, checked the 236 as support, ran up, got rejected again at the 382, and then boom, on the 3rd time, finally busted through there. So now we're approaching, you know, this neckline right here. We're above it now. Like I said, if we can get above this 100-day moving average, I'd feel a lot better. And then the price will act as a magnet to the 200-day moving average. And then once it hits this, sure, can it spill a little over? Of course, but remember the market conditions we're in. Just remember that, because this thing will, it'll get shot down right here and start coming down and following its retrace like it was previously. But that's what the Matic chart's looking like. And Jeff, we're gonna go ahead and give it back to you.
All right, then next up, I'm gonna bring up Solana, some of your favorites. I know that. Solana's price is set to explode after the announcement of the Saga phone. So, from what I've gleaned off of a couple articles here, Solana's coming out with its own phone called Saga, and it looks really cool. It's going to have digital vaults for your seeds. It's going to be pretty much streamlined for crypto people, and this is the way of the future. A lot of online payments. I mean, to me, it reads FedCoin all over it, but that's another subject in itself.
Yeah.
Here's a little
Uh,
overview of the phone itself. We've got, I mean, it's a really nice phone. It's a flagship phone. All the features that I was reading on it. It's payable through Solana. You can get it right there on Solana's website. $100 refundable deposit. It's $1,000 total when it comes out. Something I'll definitely be looking into.
Awesome. Well, most government scams are nice and shiny, so
Right, exactly.
that's awesome.
And then before we get into the charts of Solana, I just want to read this. The top crypto analysts warn there is more downside for Ethereum's rival Solana. And it goes into some more detail, but we can get into that ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, I would, you know what? I would love to. I would love to. Why not? That's what I say. Why not? So, the Solana chart. Let's get into it, guys. Whew. That's kind of funny. This is following my line pretty pretty well, right? I mean, y'all can see it with your own eyes. And listen, this doesn't mean like I'm always right or anything like that. This is not what this is. But whenever you see structures like this in the early stages of forming, again, boom, this was a warning right here when I put this out on Twitter. It's going to get smacked right there. And look, it did all the way from April 1st of 2022. Nothing but a straight downtrend till now. We're looking at a nice little bounce, right? I didn't even pull a fib on this, but I just wanted to show you guys this first before I go ahead and trash the rest of this. But let's pull a fib on it, right? I mean, that's what we really need to do. So we're gonna go ahead and pull a fib. Oh, look at that, guys. Oh, right here at the reversal point. Pretty interesting. Again, guys, the charts definitely tell all. Charts definitely tell a story, and this is why it makes it easy to make when you know this kind of stuff. It makes it very easy and a lot less noise to make sound decisions, right? And then look, right at the reversal point, we got the MACD histogram literally about to puncture right through the zero line. Your RSI currently above 50. Even on the daily, I mean, this is looking strong. So if we close here at the 236, right here at 39.24, yeah, I mean, hey, price action is going to act as a magnet to the 100. We break the 100, we're free to go to the 200, right? Again, it's not going to happen overnight, but by the time this more than likely even gets here, it's going to be probably the 200 is probably going to be sitting right here at about $75. And you guys seen the retrace, 236 is $70. So yeah, it's just one of those things where you kind of, you build that bullish case and that bearish case, and whatever direction you have the more clues, well, more than likely that's the direction it's going in. And obviously we know this market can't just keep going straight down forever. We do need a bounce, right? And in a bear market, what these things do is they'll come so far down and then they'll come back up, hit the 200-day moving average, and come back down. And that's great. Listen, guys, because there's that, again, that's why there's opportunities to make money in this market both ways, up, down, sideways, whatever you want to do. I mean, sideways, I don't really like, obviously, but because my opinion, when you get in that chop, a lot of people's bankrolls do get destroyed. But if you're doing like a lot of shorts and scalping and things like that, sure, you can do that in sideways. Sure, if you find that nice sweet spot with the ranges, yeah, you can, but not for beginners. I mean, beginners get railed every time. So But that's all I really got for the Solana chart. Let's go ahead and give it back to you, Jeff.
All right, next up, I've got AVAX. Couldn't find much news on AVAX. Avalanche was launched a few years ago as a blockchain data storage mechanism and transaction processor. It's a system that covers DeFi launching and offers hosting services for blockchain developers. What that really means is it's a great platform to start a project on. They've got a lot of tools to help you get going. There's a lot of projects that have started on AVAX and gone elsewhere afterwards to get more exposure, but it's great. It's cheap, low fees. I think it's definitely got a place in the future coming up. Just for example, here I pulled up the average fees on the top blockchains, and AVAX is amongst the lowest. And what that means to me is I switch my stuff into AVAX before I send it from exchange to exchange. The fee's just so cheap. That's what I get out of that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of debacles this last summer though with AVAX for sure.
Yeah, but again, like you guys have to do your research, because actually if you do your research about AVAX, there's a lot of money behind AVAX. So please just do your own research. If it fits your criteria, invest. If it does not, don't bother, right? This isn't, we're not trying to be biased or anything like that. Like I'm 100% non-biased. I literally, at this point in my crypto journey, if I'm being honest, I don't give a damn what survives and what doesn't. Like obviously you can tell by if you're doing proper research, you'll be able to know, right? But if all these ended up going to zero, which they won't, but if they did, I wouldn't really care, because there's going to be more opportunities elsewhere, right? So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with things, guys. I'm taking a more laid back approach, which I think is very smart in my opinion. Self-education is key. Again, 100% self-education. We're in a bear market. You do the math, right? So that's pretty much my kind of take on all this stuff at this point. Don't get me wrong, I'm very bullish on certain projects, and for the future and everything, but it's not because like it's so awesome that I just can't live without it. It's because of the opportunities that we can make ridiculous amounts of money. So, because listen, that's why we even got in this damn game to begin with. We got into this game to make money. So
technology, man. What are you talking about? I got in it for the technology.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, I mean, maybe some people did with certain cryptos, but I won't mention. But hey, that's another story. But
just a piece of advice too is oh, I've lost it.
That's what 90% of the people are saying right now. They've lost it.
So, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, follow the money. That's where I was going to get at. When you're doing your own research, see who's backing them, see where the investors are, see who they've partnered up with, and that's really all the fundamentals that matter. Besides that, the news is irrelevant. 99.999% of it irrelevant. There's the technicals behind it. It's going to follow the technicals. As long as they have good fundamentals, as in good investors, good backing, all that stuff, then boom, that's really all you need.
Absolutely. And the thing with it is like, guys, I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, and I just realized how much time, like, don't get me wrong, it's cool to read some things if you have some spare time. But man, when I first started out in this market, I was reading every single piece of news, every government document, or whatever the case was, right? And listen, I just don't have to do that no more. And one day, if you guys are watching this video, you guys will end up being there too. At a certain point, or I don't know, maybe you're just so bullish on the technology, I don't know, but 90% of you guys that are watching this video, one day you'll get to that same point too, where you're just like, hey, listen, let's cut the shit and let's get down to it, right? Because we're here to make money. let's make some money. I'm not saying none of this news matters, because, you know, it's nice to read. It's nice to sometimes, you know, if you're looking for, okay, I did all my research and I followed the money, and all of it leads to this, but, you know, it's nice to see that. And then, you know, you see a couple of nice pieces of news and you're like, okay, cool. Yeah, awesome. Okay, that makes me feel more confident, right? It's cool to do stuff like that, right? Sure. But I mean, look, guys, we're gonna know. You just got to study the market cycles, how they work, and just get right to it. So yeah, that's all I really got to say. Actually, let's go ahead and hop into this chart real fast, so that way y'all can actually see exactly what I'm saying here, because I think it's important. I mean, you guys will see a trend. I mean, it just will. So we got AVAX right on the daily, looking good, above the 50, 821, awesome. If we get a close here, obviously we're free to run to the 100, right? With that's just basic knowledge without even pulling a fib. But we're gonna pull a fib, and we're gonna see exactly where we're looking at right here. Okay, we're almost to the reversal point. We're not quite there yet, but we're almost there. You see, I'll zoom in just a little bit. Tapped it right on the nose, got rejected, right? That's fine. It's perfectly fine, guys. Typically, this is another area that does not break the first time around, so that's okay, you know. But again, you know, same situation. We're looking 618, 786 area, but I mean, by the time the price action eventually does get there, we're probably looking right here about 48 bucks, which the 200 is going to continue to move down, right? And we're just going to hit it and fall. That's how this works. This is how bear markets work. Oh, we're getting ready to puncture the zero line on histogram for the MACD. We're currently above 50 on the RSI, so all systems a go. I mean, we get a nice solid close above this 236. This is your safest buy, $22.10. So that's all I got for the AVAX chart. Let's give it back to Jeff for some more wholesome news.
Well, now it's time for our gem. You guys ready for this?
We're ready for block. Oh, wait a minute. Block. What? Okay. Yeah. Guys, this is one I've actually been watching for quite a while. Actually, since last year, maybe a little longer. But yeah, does have a higher supply, but charts reflect some good things. So I really like this. Plus the money's there. So this is one that I want to throw out here to you guys.
Block.
I don't think a lot about it.
All right, token utility on Block. Block is the native token of Blocktopia. It'll be required for all purchases and or lease of real estate within the Blocktopia. Blocktopians will be able to purchase items from the Blocktopia marketplace via an NFT mechanism, and the marketplace will showcase items to personalize both real estate and custom avatars. Some of their partners: Venly, Asnu, Babylons, Polygon, and Zakyo. Their investors, we got the X21, BitBoy Crypto, AU21, Polygon, Anti-Funds, Crypto Windy, Avalanche, and Shima Capital. Crazy stuff with Polygon, man. Here's their team.
Yep. And I advise you guys dig into the team, right? Dig into the team. And scroll down just a little bit, Jeff. Look at this. PlayStation. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, like, yeah, things are going on, guys. Things are happening. So
this website's super long. I just went straight to the bottom. They got all kinds of stuff at the top, roadmaps, stuff like that. Investing.com has Blocktopia's co-founder aspires to build the metaverse with hundreds of the best crypto projects. They are building together. They're putting everything together to make this seamless, guys. It's going to be a metaverse powerhouse. It's working to be that way. And then on their Twitter, they have 361,000 followers. It's no joke. It's a high amount. There's a lot of people building. They've got different events every day. They're active, super active. Excited
100%. Yeah, it's nice to see when companies are active like this, you know. It definitely also helps with the confidence too.
right. Especially with the how advanced of what they're trying to create, and it's actually following through with the partners they have. They're pulling their weight, definitely.
Yep. I do agree. I do agree. Well, I think I think that's let's get into the Bitcoin chart. We haven't done that yet. We should probably get into that real fast. That way, you know, I mean, Bitcoin's kind of the leader, right? So we definitely kind of have to cover that a little bit, and that's okay. Whoopsies. Here we go. Oh, we're just gonna do this. So the Bitcoin chart again, boom, it's looking pretty good, guys, on the daily. We got an 821 here real soon. Should happen on this weekly close, but we are above the 236. That's good news. You know, again, we're it's going to be interesting. Let's say that, to say the least, right? It's going to be very interesting. Again, once we get above this 50, get above this 50 line here, price action to the 100. Could it go further? Absolutely, it could. Could come up to this 200, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen quite yet. This will take some time to play out, guys. If you look back in previous market cycles, yes, it takes some time to play out. Months, I'll just put it that way. Not even going to give you guys a timeline, but clearly, I mean, you can see right here on the daily a potential inverse head and shoulders forming here. It's obviously not confirmed yet, but we still have some time to play this out potentially. Let's see what happens, which I think is kind of funny because it all just kind of correlates together, you know, just like the Solana chart. They have a big massive head and shoulders structure forming. It's forming the right shoulder right now. Again, guys, be careful. We are in a bear market. Things are not going to go, I don't care what anybody says, things are not just 99.9% of these cryptocurrencies are not going to just blast off to the damn moon like everybody says they are every day on Twitter. It's just not going to happen, not in a bear market. Now, am I saying these assets will never go up again? No, I'm not, because they will, right? There's a season for everything. And now we're in a bear season. So bear market, bear season, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same. Again, I urge everybody to study market cycles. If you really want to unlock a lot of knowledge in this market, that's what you really want to look for. Once you get this thing down, doesn't matter, guys. It makes it pretty relatively easy to see things coming and kind of what to expect. It takes a lot of nonsense out of a lot of things, which is nice. So yeah, I mean, our volume's still relatively low. So just keep an eye on the volume too, because volume does play a major role in all this stuff as well. So that's really all I got for the Bitcoin chart. Obviously Ethereum was doing some nice things. Which, you know what, I'm gonna hurry up and run through that one too, just real fast. Because I'm sure a lot of people are kind of wondering, well, what's going on with Ethereum? Look, guys, boom, built some support here at $1,039. Cool. We even had a wick all the way down to about 875, which my previous chart, you know, it was in the DCA box there. You know what though? I'm gonna get rid of this because let's start fresh, right? That's what we need to do. So let's go ahead and pull this bad guy right here. I could have pulled it from May, but I didn't. We're well above the 236. Again, guys, looking at right here. Right around the 618 potentially by the time the price action actually gets up here. I mean, hell. Oh, depending on how fast this plays out. You know, but we're looking at the 200. Looking at the 200 ultimately. So, yeah. Kind of want to look at something else though. Kind of curious.
We got less than a minute here.
Yep, that's all right. No big deal. This won't take long. Yeah, no, that fib. I like that fib I pulled previously. I just wanted to double check something. See how everything lined up. Yeah, so guys, we're looking at about $2,000, you know, for the target. Right now, if we can close above this 50 line right here, give us price action is going to run, act as a magnet and hit that 100. If it can do that, then it'll hit the 200 too. But one step at a time, baby steps. Yeah, so I think that's about all. Did you have anything else you wanted to add, Jeff?
Nah, just stay bullish as fuck. Don't forget that.
All right, but stay bullish as